What's up, everybody, and welcome to a channel update for July? March 2024. July, I don't know, the time is just, everything's about the same with time, friends. Anyways, I want to keep you up to speed with what's going on with the channel. We have been on a break for the past month, kinda, off and on. I've been putting the videos out, but it hasn't been as much as I would have liked. But just spending time with the family, having a great time, and just resting. You know, family comes first, we all know that. But let's just make it short, right to the point, what's going on. The games will be back, full force. You can expect at least, I'll probably end up taking at least one day off a week. I mean, that's kind of how the way this channel's been going for a couple years now. The days of 7 days a week, it does happen at times. It really does. But I'm so limited with recording nowadays. I can only get around like 2 hours to record, at least. And the episodes are like an hour and 30 minutes usually, so I gotta have that 30 minutes of just, you know, that's the dead air in the episodes where I had to cut out certain things. But anyways, let's talk about the games. Let's talk about, I guess we'll talk about Red Dead first, because Red Dead has been kind of a hot topic on the channel for a little while, especially with every new every new video that I put out. It can be Baldur's Gate or just anything. There's always something about Red Dead. I've said multiple times that Red Dead is still active on the channel. It's just unfortunate that it was hit with a bug. And what's going on, I'll explain it again. What's going on with Red Dead, it's pretty much resolved itself for the most part. It has not fully resolved itself. It is still an issue, but it's not as bad as what it was. Red Dead Redemption 2, it has an autosave, and then it has, you can just hit escape and then go in there and manually save, which is totally fine if I wasn't recording the game. There's so many unnecessary, I would call it, edits, cuts, because who wants to see you go into the pause screen every fucking 5 minutes? Every 5 minutes, and then make a save, which is, it's kind of daunting, it is. Anyways, that's beyond the point. Red Dead doesn't have a quick save feature, okay? I wish it did, because it would kind of make the issue with Red Dead a lot easier. Red Dead has been dashboarding me out the game for months now. I've been trying to record Red Dead. I would get around 2 to 5 minutes into the game and I'll be dashboarded. This issue has happened around episode 10 of Red Dead, and then it happened another time, but it was very brief, and then now we're at episode 50 something and it's still an issue. I changed my PC. I got a better PC around episode 10. And it wasn't just because Red Dead, I just needed a new PC. I got a new PC and it still did it. I took Red Dead, transferred it over to a SSD, and it still did it. So I'm not sure what is causing the issue with Red Dead. I thought it might have been a Windows 10 update at some point, because after one update, it just ended up working. But that's the issue with Red Dead. You gotta understand that when you go into the game, I only have 2 hours to record a day. You go into the game, you record, and you got footage, and we all know that Red Dead is, look, it's an amazing game. It has this ever-changing world, which is so unique. But if you go into the game, right, and you do something, you record something, and then you don't save, you just forget because, well, I forget to do everything. And save is just second nature, just to press the F5 button and boom, it quick saves. But when you go in there, you do something, and then you get dashboarded out the game, and then boom, you gotta restart. All that stuff that you did is non-existent for that character. Like, to get that stuff to trigger again, and this is just exploring, it's not just the main mission that I'm talking about here. This is exploring, doing the stuff that I love to do. And once you get dashboarded out the game, that is literally, you're not going to see all that stuff again. So I can showcase that stuff and snip it, break it, and try to squish it all together. But it's very daunting. It's very hard to do that stuff. But when you get kicked out and come back in, you don't see the same stuff. What I'm showcasing isn't exactly what's going on with the save in general. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm showcasing in the very beginning, it could have been a cut there, and then we push on, and then maybe, depending on if it dashboarded me out the game and you know, stuff messed up, maybe I still have that stuff for, you know, our save, but maybe I don't because of just the issue. It's not as bad as what it was. I think nowadays it's like every 15 minutes maybe. It's kind of working itself out. I believe I had this issue with Dragon Age Origins a long time ago, but I think everyone can say that once you, and it was only in Denerim, it was a city, it was an older game, I would take the graphics and put it down to medium, and then it wouldn't dashboard me anymore. I don't know, maybe it's something with Red Dead and recording devices on my part that just don't mix. I mean, I use OBS, I use a few other things, but I have no issue with any other game. It's only Red Dead. And look, I'm not unimmersed out of Red Dead. I'm still immersed in a Red Dead. I love that game to death. There is nothing about that game that I don't like. Well, I don't like the I don't like the no save feature, the no quick save. And I don't like getting dashboarded out of the game. That, well, pisses me off. But other than that, I am in love with the game and I want to keep going, but you have to understand, at this point, Red Dead might be a casualty. I hope it's not. But when we put more videos of Red Dead out, we need to see where it's going to go. Because at this point, I don't think Red Dead it's never going to be a main feature on the channel again. It's always going to be a side game, and I hate to say it because Red Dead was supposed to take over after Mass Effect ended, and the reason Red Dead didn't take over was because of these bugs. So instead of letting the channel die, which I don't want the channel to do, I love the channel. This is such a great hobby of mine. And just coming in here and just talking and then interacting with you all is just great. I love it, and I don't want it to end. So if I would have just not put out Baldur's Gate, then our channel wouldn't have had any kind of content after Mass Effect, and that was almost 3 months ago now. So that's basically been the issue with Red Dead. It's unfortunate. It just is. And like I said, even if we slotted Red Dead back into the main slot, which we can't do, because the algorithm would not help out Red Dead at this point. Because it's been so many broken spots in Red Dead's playthrough, it's unfortunate. But Red Dead is kind of like on the same lines of Dragon Age. But see, Dragon Age was self-inflicted. Red Dead was not self-inflicted. It was the game not cooperating with me as a content creator. Dragon Age, I still want to do Dragon Age. But the thing is, Dragon Age is not a blind playthrough, so it's kind of harder to do not blind stuff. It just is. Hats off to the content creators that actually do content for games that isn't a first-time experience, because it really is hard to just think of more stuff to say into a game that you've already played. Nothing surprises you, you know, you get it, right? That's basically the long and short of Red Dead. I still want to do it, friends. I do. You got to understand that I'm trying my best to get that playthrough out. It's just been hard, you know. And like I've been saying with just now with Red Dead, that even if we slotted it back into the main feature, I don't think it's going to pick up that engine. I guess the engine's not going to start too much on it again for it to be heavily desirable for people to want to see. So I definitely understand at this point. It hurts my heart, man, to think about, because we spent so much time in that Let's Play, and I'm not quitting it. I'm going to keep going. Just know that I'm going to keep going, but I don't think the videos are going to be as numerous as Baldur's Gate, and that's just kind of the sad truth of it, because Baldur's Gate has no issues. It's still an active, very active playthrough on the channel, and a lot of people do want to see it, and a lot of people still do want to see Red Dead, I'd imagine, at least subscribers on the channel already. You gotta understand that stat-wise, I never really cared about it, but you gotta also understand that I don't want the channel to die, you know? So, even if the playthrough isn't as popular, it's totally fine. I'm still gonna be immersed, I'm still gonna have fun, I'm still gonna do it, but it's not gonna be as numerous because it has to be worth the time spending into it, you know, for the channel to keep going. The channel has to keep going. We want our community to keep going. The community we built is amazing. You know, I love the community, and I want to see it succeed, as well as you all that love the channel want to see it succeed, want to see it still grow, you know? And, damn, it's just unfortunate, and I hate that I'm, you know, putting this out about the game itself, because I just been hoping and just wishing that everything works out with it, you know? That it just don't have these issues. But like I said, Dragon Age was self-inflicted. I just kind of lost, not that I lost interest in it, I just, it's hard to play something that you've already played so many times, and, well, there's so many good new things out, you want to do that, you know? I mean, it's self-explanatory, it's understandable, I'd imagine. I'm gonna do the best I can with Red Dead, just understand I'm trying. I'm gonna do the best I can. Anyways, that's Red Dead. It's still gonna get its time if I can record it. If I don't get any issues, it's still gonna get its time, but it's not gonna be that numerous. Even if it does pick up a little bit, it's still not gonna be that numerous. I think at this point, Baldur's Gate is the main focus on the channel, and it will be the main focus on the channel. I'm not thinking about other games right now, because Baldur's Gate is such a huge game, it's going to take us a good while. And like I said, I still do want to do Red Dead, and I still want to finish it, but that's not going to be as numerous as Baldur's Gate, but it's still going to come out. It is. It's still going to come out, and it's going to come out very soon. For the next episode, we're going to keep continuing with Red Dead. The thing is, with Red Dead, and this is hard for me to say. This is very hard for me to say, because you all know what kind of content creator I am. I love to do everything in the game. But if this is such an issue with Red Dead, specifically exploring, what I'm going to do with Red Dead is I may just not do the exploring, if that makes sense. May not do the massive exploring that we're used to. 50-some episodes of me running around doing just exploring stuff, having a great time. Y'all know how I love to do things like that. I just love to pick apart the game, find little stories that's in the area, not doing the quest, but just enjoying the game. But anyways, if I have to just showcase the main missions, and specifically just regular missions, the white missions, the yellow missions, and stuff like that, that's fine. We can do that, and then just kind of cut around the exploring, as in just Arthur wandering around finding stuff and me finding things. I know that sucks, because I just hate to do things like that in games. Because when I play a game, I want to do it to its fullest. I don't want to cut around stuff or just not do things. But if we have to do that, we have to do that. And it sucks to say, but I mean, we have to do what we have to do. Baldur's Gate, you can expect at least, well, you can expect the videos every day from now on. We're going to get videos back out and running, and Baldur's Gate's going great, honestly. I've made, there's been some graphical bugs, but nothing that's impeding us from doing anything in it. It's going good, though. I think we're pretty much close to ending the first act, for the most part. Act, chapter, whatever you want to call it. And it's been one hell of an experience. I played D&D way back in the day, and it just, I wish that was something that I just played for, like, my whole life, you know? I wish it was just something that I stuck with. It was like in the 90s I did it, and then playing this game makes you realize that, like, I don't know shit. I didn't know shit. I barely knew anything back in the day, and I still don't know anything, but just playing it has been one hell of an experience, and it's a great game. And if y'all have never played it, please play it for yourself before you may stumble onto the Let's Play and watch it. But it has been a jewel, and I can't wait to put out more of it, and of course, I can't wait to put out anything more on the channel that we already have going. And I've been thinking about, I've said that I'm not thinking about other games and stuff. I am thinking about other games. I do want to introduce short games. See, this is the thing, is that Red Dead and Baldur's Gate together is a terrible mix, because both of these games require so much time, so much attention, so much immersion. And if you're doing them both side by side, you're kind of gimping the other, because they're just such big games. You need to just do them solo with a short game. The channel is going to go to a different approach, and I've been trying to do this for so long, where we would do a big game and a short game on the side. And that's it. We can no longer do big games and big games together. We tried with Dragon Age Inquisition and Witcher 3, and what happened there? Witcher 3 was a first-time experience, and it pretty much destroyed Dragon Age Inquisition. And now that we've kind of dug a hole with Red Dead, it seems like Baldur's Gate might be destroying Red Dead. And as a content creator, it's rough, but you only have so much time, and you only have so much things, and this is not a day job for me. This is just a hobby, you know? This is just having fun, sitting back, chilling, doing these games that has been on my backlog for so long, and just generally enjoying life. That's all it's about. Future-wise, I do want to introduce more short games, and the thing is, we will do another short game with Baldur's Gate if I cannot physically do Red Dead. For now, we can expect Baldur's Gate and Red Dead be the big focal point of the channel for probably the next year. Probably. I'd imagine that Red Dead would probably be over before Baldur's Gate because of just the nature of how we're going to do it for now on. I think with just main quest and just the story stuff, we're going to just focus on because of, well, just the issues with the game. It's probably going to end quicker than Baldur's Gate. Otherwise, I mean, I'm always open to recommendations for games. I'm always willing to just sit there and discuss and what may come in the future. Just know that I'm going to be more consistent from here on out. And you can expect videos pretty much every day to every other day of something on the channel. Dragon Age Inquisition is still a thing, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I got us up to a point where we can just start a main mission. I'm thinking about just showcasing the main missions and talking to the companions, but again, I just, recording-wise, I just love playing new games. I mean, I'm sure you guys can understand. It's been a while, it's kind of hard to replay stuff. And talking about replaying stuff, it's not always hard to replay stuff, okay? You can replay something, maybe a second playthrough of choices that you didn't see. And I've been wanting to say this, well, I'm happy I reminded myself. I want to play The Witcher again. I miss The Witcher. I probably won't play 1 and 2 until Witcher 1 gets remade. I don't know when that's going to happen. But I want to do another Let's Play of Witcher 1 whenever it's remade and it's the new version of the game. I want to do that. Witcher 2, I don't know if we'll play it again because we literally have a playlist of Witcher 2. We did all the sides in the game. There wasn't many choices in that game that was different from what we did the first time we played. So, I mean, there probably is some choices, but I don't think there's going to be that much. Now, with Witcher 3, I want to do a whole nother playthrough of that game. And I want to do all the choices that we did not do. Everything. So, and I think that game would be very easy because even on certain little side missions, you can just pick something that you didn't see. And it's going to be, the overview of the game is not going to be fully blind because we done beat the game. We know we know what happens. But the choices can be a blind experience because we haven't seen them, you know? See new things. And I want to do that. I will probably try to put out a Witcher 3 video here pretty soon just to completely capstone our first playthrough. I want to do that Netflix quest that came out with the new update. I want to put it into the playlist so we have every single quest, to my knowledge, done with the game. But the game has been looking terrible. On my end, I don't know why, I just can't get it looking good in the new update, so it's something to consider. But even if we end up doing Witcher 3 again, which we will at some point, I'm gonna, if the update version of the game don't work, then I'm just kind of gonna go to, well, I'm just kind of gonna go back to the old version and just take it from there. Anyways, my friends, this was supposed to be short, but I just ramble on and ramble on. But just know from the bottom of my heart, I am so terribly sorry about Red Dead. It has never been self-inflicted, and I want to keep going with the game. And like I said, it just hurts to even say that it's not going to get as much attention as it should and as it deserves. I feel like I am not doing the game justice, and I should be doing the game justice because it deserves it, and I'm just not giving it to it. But it's not my fault. Okay? It's not my fault, and it just sucks, man. And then Red Dead, and then Baldur's Gate, we're just doing our thing with this. So expect videos as much as we can, at the latest every other day, but it's gonna be like every day from here on out. But anyways, my friends, thank you. I appreciate everyone that's hung in there with the channel through the ups and downs and the minor little breaks that we take as content creators. But just know that whenever we do take a break, it is much needed to refresh, rehabilitate, rehab, refresh the mind, and just kind of keep going on and doing what we do best, is just having fun, right? That's what we all do best, is have fun and enjoy. But anyways, my friends, I'm out of here. Have a good one, stay safe, and see you next time. Take care.